But we're going to start here this morning with ABC's Trevor Ault, who's outside a hospital right here in New York City. Trevor, good morning to you.
Well, good morning, Dan. Just this week, 19 states set new single-day records for COVID-19 cases, and as many of these hundreds of thousands of new cases become hospitalizations and more, even deaths, we're hearing more horror stories from doctors on the front lines.
This morning, COVID-19 continues to ravage huge portions of the country, shattering records for hospitalizations and deaths and straining the healthcare system to its limits.
But in the 30-plus years that I've been a physician, I've never seen anything like this before.
In Hidalgo County, Texas, Medical Director Yvonne Melendez says patients are waiting on stretchers for 10 hours before examinations because resources are so thin. He says in the first 3 months, his county had 12 deaths. One day this week, they had 22 before noon.
It's very difficult when you are putting your mom's best friend in a body bag. It's very difficult when you're putting your sixth grade school teacher on a mechanical support.
In El Paso, mobile morgues have already moved in anticipation of an overflow of death. Health officials continue to stress the virus is impacting Americans of all ages as law enforcement is breaking up so-called COVID-19 parties in Florida. New York City Mayor Bill de Blasio calls this massive crowd of hundreds in Queens unacceptable. Dr. Anthony Fauci says young people are driving this surge.
The younger individuals are saying, well, if I get infected, so the chances is that I won't even have any symptoms, so who cares? You are propagating a pandemic because it doesn't end with you.
And beyond young adults, an alarming number of children are getting infected. In a single Texas county, 85 babies age 1 or younger have tested positive since mid-March.
We have more of the family units where these infants are catching it from family members.
Anna Solis says her 9-month-old son Samuel is immunocompromised. He's already fought through open heart surgery and a liver syndrome. He's now fighting the virus too.
It's not fair for people like me or my son to suffer the consequences because if you don't want to wear a mask.
And in New Hampshire, 20-year-old Rocio Castleduck was pregnant and in the hospital fighting the virus, about to be put in a medically induced coma.
If I had to choose between me or my daughter's life, who would I choose? And that's when, I don't even know, I just started to cry.
She chose her daughter and was intubated, eventually giving birth in a coma and waking up 3 weeks later to meet her baby girl, Victoria.
She's still a little sick, but she's like me, she's a fighter.
And as officials worry some people still aren't taking this virus or these restrictions seriously, some cities are stepping up their enforcement and their punishments if you don't comply. In one part of Los Angeles, the first time you're cited for not wearing a mask, you could have to pay $300. Whit?
All right, Trevor Ault, thank you.
Well, hey there, GMA fans. Robin Roberts here. Thanks for checking out our YouTube channel. Lots of great stuff here. So go on, click the subscribe button right over here to get more of awesome videos and content from GMA every day, anytime. We thank you for watching, and we'll see you in the morning on GMA.